Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
You all, it was glorious. On mobile, new throwaway account, first post, long-time lurker, yada yada, let's get to the story. My wife, Rene, and I, Collin Larson, have been together a long time. My mother, Alma Bellamy, mostly behaved in ways that were so irritating. Even something simple she did, like eating crackers, would annoy me. She also had a tendency toward manipulative and boundary-stomping behavior, and I've honestly just tried to keep the peace for years. Rene is a saint, truly. She tried so hard to get on my mom's good side, especially when we first found out about the baby. She thought Mom would be happy for us, for me, her only son. Rene cooked, organized, decorated, and most people adore her. But Mom was sly, so I didn't always catch the nuances of her behavior. Rene tried to point it out with little luck because I had no experience with a woman like this, and frankly, it's my mother. Fast forward to a few months ago. Rene was deep into her third trimester, and we were nesting hard, setting up the nursery. After our baby shower, Mom offered to come over and help us organize. Rene, bless her heart, thought it was a genuine offer. She left Mom alone in the nursery for 1 hour while she went to run an errand. When Rene got back, Mom had completely rearranged the carefully folded onesies, thrown out some of Rene's chosen wall decals, calling them clutter, and moved all our framed family photos from the living room into a closet, claiming they were safer for baby. Rene was so upset, she cried to me. I, angry at Mom, talked to her, then came home with the usual, can you guess it? I can't imagine why Rene would be upset. I was being so helpful. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. Cue the tears, and I was thrown for a loop. I just told Rene I'd help her put things back. And I did, except for the decals, they were in the trash. But Rene learned a valuable lesson. And so did I whenever Mom was up to her shenanigans. She would wait until Rene and I were alone, look at Rene, and do this evil smile with a nod, sort of like the "what's up" gesture in those animated clips, to acknowledge her disdain. I rarely saw it, but Rene described it perfectly. I learned from the best, the very best. Mom is the town pillar, active in her garden club and charity, and so sweet to the people she approves of. So here is the meat of this post. Mom went on a week-long cruise recently. She called me, asking me to drop by her place to water her prize-winning roses while she was away. Well, I happened to have a spare key from when I helped her out after a small surgery last year. I didn't tell Rene about my plan, of course, because I wanted to surprise her. During that week, I took some time off work. I was so sick, don't you know, and let myself into her house to reorganize. Clean her notoriously overflowing craft room. I also threw away some broken pottery and other items she insisted were treasures, but were just junk, took some of her framed cross stitches off the walls and put them in a less accessible closet. Then I rearranged her yarn cabinet, her fabric bins, and her sentimental trinket shelves. I left her living room mostly alone, sadly, but I didn't want Rene to catch on too early. Then, on the day Mom was supposed to arrive home, I offered to pick her up from the airport and bring her home. Rene was mildly surprised at my offer, but I said I've decided to let bygones be bygones. I would help, then get out of the way so Mom could settle in. She's perfectly capable, just a bit dramatic. So I picked her up. We chit-chatted. When we arrived, Mom immediately noticed things were askew, but she couldn't tell what it was yet. Then she noticed the missing cross stitches from the wall. Mom, Collin, what did you do with my pictures? Me, what do you mean, Mom? Mom, you stole my cross stitches. Me, oh my, no, Mom. I just tidied up while you were gone like I promised, just watered the roses. Rene, who had come over to meet us, confirmed that she just saw me watering the roses. I asked if she'd like some tea, and she yelled at me to stay out of her kitchen. She went into her craft room herself and screamed, what had we done? I looked at Rene all puzzled, and Rene repeats that I only mentioned watering the roses. Mom was livid, so I told Rene that my presence must be upsetting to her, so maybe she should leave. Rene, confused because she had no idea why my mom was acting so outwardly hostile to me, agreed. So I cheerfully told Mom that I'd be on my way and Rene and I could call her later. That's all Rene heard. She didn't see me smile at Mom because she was facing my back. And you all, I nodded at her with her very own signature nod. She was livid. Rene later just gave me a knowing look. Mom called me later that night, accusing me of all sorts of things, and that's when I said, poor dear's mind must be going. All that tidying was just to help. She hasn't called since. Now Rene and I can actually make decisions about our baby and our home without Mom's helpful interference. This has changed everything. Thanks, Mom. The community offered support, advising Collin to continue upholding these firm boundaries with Alma, emphasizing that his actions, though unconventional, were a necessary step to protect his family and mental well-being from her manipulative tactics. Many suggested a period of low contact and encouraging Rene to prioritize her peace during this critical time of welcoming a new baby. User Boundary Queen said, "Yes, this is the kind of petty revenge I live for. You turned her own passive-aggressive game right back on her. She can't complain without admitting her own past behavior. Your wife Rene deserves to have her home be her sanctuary, especially with a baby on the way. Keep up the shiny spine, Collin." User Therapy Needed said, "OMG, the nod. You absolutely nailed it. My own Mill used to do something similar with her helpful suggestions that were really just veiled insults. It's so validating when they finally get a taste of their own medicine. Just be prepared for the poor me routine to escalate. Manipulative people rarely just give up. Stay strong and keep those boundaries up for Rene and your new little one."
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.